Your next bout, a catchweight at 175 pounds, is brought to you by MMA-Insider.com. And your referee for this bout will be Jimmy Neely. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight brings in a record 0 wins, 1 loss. He weighed in 169 pounds. Fighting out of Team Ludus, Johnson City, Tennessee, Tomas Hill. Standing in the blue corner tonight, he has a record 1 win, no losses. He weighed in 162 pounds. Fighting out of Bristol, Tennessee, Daris Reynolds.
Rematch action here at Apex Fights 4. Daris Reynolds and Tomas Hill. I believe they fought at the second Evolution show there in Elizabethton a couple of months ago. John Morehouse, Josh Caton, Tyler Minton here calling all the action. Guys, I did not see that fight. I believe it was a split decision win for Reynolds, though, if I recall from the results that we got there at MMA-Insider.com. But it'll be interesting to see. And Tyler, you've had this fighting a guy for a second time. How does that change the preparation when you've already got that experience of already going against them, you know?
I think it depends on which one of the fighters you're talking about and how the fight went. If you've already beat the guy, there could be a little bit of nervousness there that you have to prove yourself and do it again. Or it could be, the comfortability knowing that you've got his number. You know what it takes to beat him and you've done it before. If you lost the fight, there's that revenge, and that revenge could fuel you to be much better fighter.
Meanwhile, Josh, there's a lot of stigma, if you will, about an unattached, independent amateur fighter. But Reynolds coming out and showing some stuff here early.
Yeah, absolutely. He came out, fired off some good kicks. He looks confident, moving well, took the back. He's obviously training somewhere. Just they just might not have a name.
Had kind of like the hip throw takeover there, heel trip,
absolutely.
Which you don't see a lot, but I'm a big fan of. That's one of those effective takedowns, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a good slam. He's got good position right now, landing some good shots.
Thing to note too is Reynolds visibly smaller, much smaller guy. I believe they said he weighed in actually 7 pounds less, and by the way he looks, I think he probably walks right at that. So he's visibly smaller, but controlling the fight right now.
He's smaller, but he's rangy. He's got long arms and legs, and he's sort of using those to his effect right now.
Absolutely, and that's what you have to do. Whatever whatever God gave you, you got to embrace it. Go down a weight class.
Tyler, you've got some guys in your gym and gyms you've trained with who are real long-limbed. Doug Williams comes to mind, for example. What's the challenge of grappling and going against a guy like that?
The biggest challenge is getting within that so you can actually get the takedown if your goal is the takedown. They obviously have a much longer way that they can punch you by. They can punch you before you even get to them, so you have to get through that before you even make the connection for the takedown. And a lot of times that in itself is harder. Once you actually do lock up with them, you have to deal with their leverage and their big, long, rangy arms to get down. Once you get down to the ground, you have to worry about all their length, wrapping around you or trying to hold you down. So it is definitely tougher.
Meanwhile, Hill has sort of improved his position here. Josh, he was in a bad way there, but he showed some good technique. Maybe taking advantage of a little bit of a lapse by Reynolds to get into the superior position here. Is Reynolds maybe trying for a triangle?
Yeah, he was in a better position. Now he's let him lock up the triangle. He's keeping him pressed against the cage, though, so he can't fully get it or get the angle, but he's definitely in a precarious position right now.
It's been a good back and forth round. Definitely the most even fight I think we've seen so far tonight here at Apex 4. We go to the final 10 seconds here. All right. All right, as we go through the break here in the round, Josh, how would you score that round?
I would have to give that round to Hill. He had the dominant position early, had the back, and even when he was reversed and on his back, Reynolds, I'm sorry, he had the triangle locked in, so I think we have to give the round to him.
Tyler, your thoughts on that round?
I'm going to have to agree with Josh on that one. Reynolds controlled the fight a little bit more, had the better cage control. As we noted before, is a visibly smaller guy, but also at the same time visibly controlled his opponent during that round.
I would almost expect Hill, being the bigger fighter, maybe try some more cage work, something along those lines, really try to grind Reynolds, take advantage of that size that he's got.
I think a lot of times that is, that is the game plan that a lot of the bigger guys will go with, and it, traditionally works. we'll see if he makes an adjustment and tries to go that way this round.
Both fighters still look relatively fresh. And again, they have fought before. They've gone 3 rounds with each other just a couple of months ago. I like what I've seen of Reynolds. This is my first chance getting to see him. And Josh, he's definitely a guy. It seems like he's got some potential.
Absolutely, he does. We've got a timeout by the ref here.
Some cleanup going on here.
Ooh.
Oh. Reynolds landed that one overhand, and now Hill just firing away, answering him there.
The thing with Reynolds is, man, the guy he's relentless. Again, got his opponent against the cage, what we thought that actually Hill would be doing this round. Right now, Reynolds is doing it. Of course, Hill's trying to enforce his own right now.
Hill punching his way clear there. It's kind of been tough for me to see, guys, which fighter really has the advantage on the striking. It's been kind of back and forth so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Reynolds using his range pretty well.
Oh,
big
that's
shot.
it.
Brutal knockout.
Wow, nice.
Never
nice.
mind. I think we know who had the advantage on the striking.
Wow.
And it was Daris Reynolds with a stunning knockout. And, we're still kind of early in the night here at Apex Fights 4, but that got the crowd. Got the crowd fired up.
If I'm in the locker room hoping for knockout of the night, I just gave up.
There you have it. Well, we're going to check on Tomas, and hopefully he's okay. And we'll be back with more here at Apex Fights 4 after this.
That was nasty. That's what I was like.
That's like when Nate fought Harry Johnson and started
All right,
to
ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Ward has called a stop to this fight. 58 seconds into the second round. Your winner by knockout, Daris Reynolds.
Last week, I ain't been able to train, but not really.
I mean, Simon Bellator, 2 straight losses. Not really sure what he can.
You know the guy who beat him?